All right, what's up, everybody? I'm a little ill at the moment, but that's not going to stop me from speaking up about Starbucks. I'm about to have a Michael Jordan flu game performance. I'm going to try to keep this short, simple. My voice is going to crack a few times, so deal with it. Before we get into that, buy the due dividend stock, stock, drugs merchandise. You got the flag back there now, so it's all good things here on the channel.
Hello, I like money.
Go check that out. All right, let's get into the entire video here. So Starbucks today is trading down about 1.2%, and it's been trading down this week from $95. Now, I think this is a really good buying opportunity for the company. I've already talked about on this channel. I have a whole playlist on videos about Starbucks basically and why I love them so much. But basically, they have a lot of growth in China to be had. I was so bullish, especially after this recent holiday season and how it went, and I'm really happy where the company's going. But on Twitter this week, it came to my attention that some malpractices were being had by Starbucks. We could see that Unusual Whales on Twitter posted that Starbucks is accused of rigging payments in app for nearly $900 million gain over 5 years. Now this is being accused, big word, accused, accusations, something that's not actually happened yet, per the Washington Consumer Protection Coalition and Fortune. All right, let's get into this. So I'm sure they are referring to Starbucks's, malpractices, quote unquote, by the gift cards. And I've talked about on this channel how Starbucks is secretly a bank, and that's just a really good business model. That's not some, devil's practice or whatever. So let's go right to the source here. The people that are actually accusing Starbucks of these malpractices. And we go on their website and we can see that some of Washington's largest retail corporations, such as Starbucks, are claiming approximately $255 million in unspent gift cards. Now, typically when I get a gift card, I actually spend it and I typically don't forget about it. No offense, but it's the consumer's issue if they're not spending money on the gift card. Starbucks can't control that. It's not some monopolistic practice whatsoever. So Starbucks is claiming $894 million worth of consumers' unspent gift cards. People are acting like the consumers are just giving the money away to Starbucks and that they can't ever spend it again. And they're basically, typically when I buy something, there's not a lot of refunds on it, especially gift cards. So, just because people aren't spending money or people forget about things doesn't mean that it's a monopolistic practice. This is clearly, just a political attack on Starbucks once again. So I think if that's the reason that Starbucks is trading down 1.5% today, I think it's a really good buying opportunity long term. And I kind of have a gut feeling that all these bad press and media surrounding Starbucks right now, I think long term this could lead to a potential dip and a really good buying opportunity long term. Now, these are not issues that are seriously a threat to Starbucks. The defense in Starbucks' case is very strong, as I'm going to talk about here real quick. This is the other report from Forbes, and this is absolutely disgusting that they'd ever report something like this. This is why you guys need to do your research, do lateral reading and all that good stuff of, some of the media that's being published surrounding companies. There's been a bunch of, minor issues, in my opinion, that have kind of led to this Starbucks, trading flat or the, 12% decline that they've had over the last year. Now people will tell you that they've lost like 100 or 150 billion dollars in sales or whatever when the market cap went down, except for a lot of companies when stocks go down. So be aware of stuff like that as well. But this is absolutely disgusting here. And the Forbes reports where Reporter Brazil reported that, amongst other things, labor officials rescued workers who were victims of modern slavery at Starbucks. This is absolutely disgusting that they, compare this to slavery, something where people's, lives have ended over. But let's go into Starbucks' benefits and see if it's really modern slavery, especially for a minimum wage job where a lot of high school and college people are working there. How could it possibly be slavery? So you guys would think for a coffee company like Starbucks, if you're working there, no offense, but you're not trying to make it full time there for the rest of your life. And unless you're maybe like a franchisee or somebody that invests in it, you know, ideally when you're a kid, you don't grow up and want to say, I want to be a Starbucks barista and make 90,000 a year working at 9 to 5, right? So let's see these horrible slave like benefits that Forbes is accusing Starbucks of having. Well, they have health coverage. They, offer health care and dependent reimbursements and life insurance and disability and accident coverage. It's bad slavery right there. Stock and 401k options. They give you stock in Starbucks company, which over the long term, I believe will go up a lot. And they offer you retirement accounts. It's pretty good for a part-time job. Paid time off. That's a lot of things that a lot of small businesses don't offer, especially coffee chains and coffee houses. Parental leave. So let's say, you forget to pull out. Um, you can take some good time off. You get even reimbursement plans where you can get $10,000 per adoption or you have a kid. Sounds like very slavery like, working conditions. Education, you can actually get free college with Starbucks, free tuition coverage if you work there for a certain amount of time. That's pretty solid for a part-time job as well. Commuter benefit, they also offer, their partners and workers easy ways to take care of work related commuter issues. Like they'll pay for your transportation to work. So, let's just say it's snowing one day, your car decides not to start up, they'll pay for your bus ticket or whatever, your Uber. And partner assistance, they also have a CUP fund that helps partners in financial crises. So let's say you're doing drugs, not dividend stocks, unlike the shirt here, and you hit on some hard times, you lost you sold all your Starbucks stock to buy some Zaza. They'll help you out there. They also have some pretty solid perks as well, as you can all see here. Free Spotify, elite athlete program, matching gifts program, you get free drinks. So overall, that doesn't sound like slave-like conditions to me. And this is the thing that I've been saying for like 2 or 3 years about Starbucks and the company overall. If you're working there and expecting to get $90,000 a year working a 9 to 5 where you're making coffee for people, I think you're in the wrong, to be honest. Now, I've made an open offer for Starbucks union people to come on the channel and, debate me or whatever on a live stream. That offer is still there. Nobody's reached out. But if you guys didn't know, I'm from Buffalo and they started the unionizations here, and the gym and the Starbucks by my gym. Actually, I've seen the unionizations out there. At the end of the day, though, I still have a debate up for, if you want to come on the channel, talk about Starbucks unions. I just don't see, you're getting all these perks and benefits for a part-time job where you're doing the same role at a mom and pop owned pizza shop or same role at a local coffee shop. You're getting way less pay, way less benefits. Well, you don't get health care, you don't get any of that. And I think it's a little out of their place for these Starbucks workers who are complaining about unionization issues to be complaining about these kind of benefits for the kind of job that they're working. Yeah, that sounds very mean. I sound like I'm Ebenezer Scrooge right now, but that's the harsh truth. So, what do I think could be coming for Starbucks stock soon? I think there could be a potential dip here soon. We saw, a few years ago, a big dip with the unionization issues. I would welcome a dip. In fact, I actually think it's intrinsically fair price right now. I've been buying the low 90s, mid 90s. It's an amazing business, and I'm happy to buy an amazing business at a fair price. Now, there have also been, issues about, Palestine and all that. There's been a lot of boycotts. Once again, there were boycotts a few years ago. Look what happened. People forget about this. And another thing as well, Starbucks is one of the largest markets in Starbucks is China. Do you really think people in China care about this? Let's be honest here. I don't think people in China will care about, a bunch of, 18-year-old liberal girls crying on TikTok about Starbucks's, slave-like benefits. So that's my 2 cents right there. I think it's important to know politically, I'm in the middle as well. I'm not on the Republican or, far right or whatever, and I'm not on the far left either. I just like to use common sense and knowledge, which hopefully I provided here. All right, so hopefully, you enjoyed my flu game performance today. I thought I'd come on here real quick, make a quick video, Michael Jordan style flu game performance there, defending one of my biggest holdings in the portfolio, and I plan to continue adding to it. All right, greatly appreciate you making the video. Check out the Dude Event Stocks.Drugs merchandise. The link's in the description. We have some new beanies out right now. Pretty good looking. All right, thank you for watching a Dude Dividend Stocks.Drugs. Have a good one.